Hello, and welcome back to Ythmevge Base Builder. So it's been a long time. It's been almost 2 years since I last did anything on this series. And so I want to do two things this episode. I want to reintroduce the series, I want to finish this base. And so this base is the very first one, which was the treehouse. And so the idea here was basically to build a tree house. I called it the home tree is what it was called. And it's a giant tree. Shaped vaguely like a tree. It's sort of a tree. So this was actually not supposed to be this episode. There was supposed to be an episode before this one where I showed the building or the finishing touches that I put on the base, but I made a newbie mistake and I did not record my microphone, and I wasn't going to go back in and post dub it. So anyways, we're just going to do a base tour here and then we'll close this base out. And so the last time that you saw this series, it was a survival series. And that's how this base was built. But, well, minus the finishing touches. I don't really have much of an interest in playing survival anymore. If I played survival, it would be on a server, but I have no desire, and never have, to play a single player survival. So anyways, I turned it into a creative series. So we're up in the tree now. We came in through the root system is what I call that. That's the entrance. And so I guess we'll go up here first. So this is storage room. There's 2 levels. The inorganic blocks went down here. The organic blocks went up there behind the green screen, as I like to call it, all of a sudden. You know, so we have all the different farmable blocks. I mean, there's some things. Okay, I don't even have a single gold nugget, but I got a spot for it. That's because I thought I was gonna funnel another area into here, but that I changed my mind. And then this is all like mineable stuff. We also have a automatic smelter over here. You can see the chest face here, minus the weird eyeballs. I needed light somewhere. So what we can do is take some iron. You're getting a sneak peek. And some coal. And so we can put fuel over here. What we want smelted over there. Flip that lever and it starts some carts rolling back there. That's just the easiest way. That's how I like to do my automatic smelters. And we'll start seeing items show up here. Well, we'll check on it when we come back down then. I swear I tested it. Sort of. So this level, it just kind of had to be here. There's really nothing on here. This is like an observation deck. The nether portal in the first few episodes, if you go back and watch them, you'll see the nether portal was right over there. But I turned this into just like a lookout. You know, a leafy lookout. And what I did with the nether portal is I moved it over here. And I put it in this sort of dead branch is what I was going for with the birchwood. And so then you have your nether portal. But mostly this level just needed to be here so that the whole tree was a little bit taller. Up here we have some of our farms. So you can see the Sugarcane Farm here. These are all on a daylight timer. Is how these are all harvested. And so there's actually, I think it's right out the back of that. You can see it from the outside. But there's a daylight timer out there, and that's what triggers all of these melons and sugarcane farm. Then there's a cactus farm here, and those, of course, are just passive. They just pop off. Now this is also the input for our other farm. Right out up above us here is the wheat farm and, well, all of those. Wheat farm, carrot farm, and potato farm. Those were the words I was looking for. And so those come in, they go down the water stream here, and they shoot into this, which drops down into the hopper for the storage system there. And that's the top that we can get to this way. Because I kind of wanted to do a couple different things. And so you can see iron coming in from up there. The iron farm's over behind us. I wanted two separate sections because I wanted to have one that was all just the mechanical stuff. And then I wanted one that was a little more home stuff, sort of. Oh, I know why we're not getting iron. Because I goofed. So if we turn it off, we'll start getting iron. So it does work. I just needed to wire it differently. I'll show you the basement real quick. There is some pretty interesting stuff down here. So this is actually a villager trading post. And so you can see these are filled with different tradables, and these are all farmers. So let me clear out a little bit of my... Actually, you know what? I'll just go into survival. And so let's just say I want wheat. So I'll break the wheat box. Wheat will go everywhere. And it'll funnel down here. And I should have thought to... I'm not very good at this anymore. And then you push the button, and it'll send you a new villager. Now there used to be one that was even cooler. But it actually broke. That's why there's a button to push for a cart now. But there we've made a full circle. And what's pretty cool about this is there's an item sorter so that you get your chest back. Because who wants to lose your chest? But I have too much junk. So then you can put your chest back, it'll start filling up. And you can close your door. And so there's an auto sorter that's right here, you can see. That sorts out the chest, but leaves everything else. And so that whole system is fed by the wheat farm and potato farm and stuff, but it's also fed by the silo system. So this is just your general silo storage system. I'm trying to fly in survival. So this used to be an elevator that worked. It was really cool. It no longer works. I should fix it, but it wasn't, like, I played with the timing and it wasn't the timing thing. So anyways, that elevator would come out right up here and you'd land on this trapdoor. And this was supposed to be the more of a life section. And so we'll just look down here. I never really put stuff in a lot of them. That is not what I thought it was. I don't remember why I put that there. I don't know. Somewhere out here then iron farm. There's a line running under the floor somewhere that goes out to the iron farm and feeds the dispenser that's over there. And so I didn't really ever put anything on the bottom 2 floors here. This one was supposed to be an enchanting room where you have, you know, a chest for each of your different types of enchantments, a little enchanting section. This was an auto brewing system. Let's just see if it still works. I didn't test this. I gotta remember how to turn it on though. There should be a button. This is embarrassing. I know there's a button. So where did my button go? It was right there. I just didn't see it because it was low. So you push that button and it shoots the pistons out, and then because you turn the lever on that you want, it'll dispense those items. And so we know it's always going to dispense another one, so that one's just always on. And it's always first, so it'll turn your... It'll not work. Interesting. They must have changed brewing. Huh. Anyways, Minecraft 4.11. And I'm mystified now. And then I had a bed up here. And that's pretty much as far as I got with this section. And as far as I'm ever gonna get, because we're leaving. Does it not like my water bottle? Do you have to power it? I don't know. I guess I don't even know how to brew a potion anymore, apparently. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. There's something else I was trying to do. Because I am running on the up-to-date. And, oh, I was trying to stack mobs up in a, you know, like a 1x1 while I was stacking iron golems. And they were dying. Apparently that's the future of 1.11. So I turned that off. So over here we have a villager breeder. There was a chunk area here where the water is. And so this, where the water is considered ocean biome. And so it'll spawn it'll spawn mobs. So I took care of it. But then I still had a big chunk area, so I decided to turn the little area here into a oasis sort of thing. Then there's a mob sorter down here. Well, not a mob sorter. Villager sorter. So I don't want this guy, so we'll go to the trash cans. Don't want that guy. Don't want that guy. Don't want that guy. And they're just dying over there in lava, I believe. I don't know. It shouldn't produce cactus. I don't know why it's producing cactus. But it's not the first time. And that's a villager bug. I learned about that one too. Anyways, then there's a button to turn it off and that'll stop the villagers from bouncing. It works pretty good. You can get to going pretty quick when the villagers didn't move of their own accord. And then there's a mob farm over here. That's what this tree is hiding. I wanted this tree to kind of look more like a Minecraft tree. And so I put a little bit of a rounded trunk on it. Let's get this guy turned on. So while we're waiting for mobs to start falling down, because this is just an etho mob farm, you know, just good old etho mob farm. But I put a different killing mechanism on it because I wanted a faster way to kill them automatically. That would guarantee, regardless of what kind of armor they had on, this guarantees that they're going to die. Because it's sticking their heads in lava, lighting them on fire. And there's a bunch of carts in there, so it's pretty quick. The only thing is sometimes they get stuck there in the middle. You can also use this to kill cows, cook the meat. This farm will spit out quite a few mobs, well, it'll spawn quite a few anyways. But what happens is because the mobs, they change their AI around so much that they don't really walk off the platform so much anymore. I didn't know if the villager guy was too tall. Anyways, then it gets loaded into a minecart that's on a day-night sensor, and it gets sent over to the storage. Sort of. I'll show you where it gets sent. That mob farm, it works decently. I want to try something different. But this base is all about using day-night sensors, and that's why you see so many of them. This goes down to the slime farm. I'll show you real quick. It's just a pretty standard slime farm, but there's one really neat thing right down here at the bottom of the stairs. You can see detector rail. And so what that detector rail did, as you can probably tell from the lag, is it turned the farm on. And so it retracted the water and flooded the, or you know, stopped the flood, and so now limes can spawn in there. And then this is just Etho's old farm, where they just eventually run into the lava blades and shrink themselves, and then there's slime babies fall down here and die. Also a day-night sensor minecart. This one goes all the way over here. Gets unloaded into a dropper. And then it'll get pushed up there. Up here is where the mob farm comes in. All the way up here. And so this is the same thing, except for the mob farm. So if we throw... Probably shouldn't have thrown eggs in it. Oh well. They'll go down and then we'll see them come back up. Eventually. They made these item elevators slower, but the items actually look cooler, I think, when they're going up. Because you can actually see stuff as it's going. But it's not as glitchy. There was one, I think it was the last update. It was super glitchy, and the stuff would just shoot out the top. And it'd just go forever. So, last place I want to show you is the basement. So this was the mine, and this elevator, these sort of elevators still work. The woollyvators. And I missed that one, but they have a really cool effect. And so there's a mine cart mine system down here, you know, for branch mining. And then I had a cart system where I could use a few rails and a mine cart just to expand my inventory. You know, and so then it would get unloaded here and it'd go into that same sorting system. But the cool thing down here is this. So this is the same elevator, except much more complicated. Because there's two of them. Because it was cool. And so down here we have a cave spider spawner system. And I have no idea if this works anymore. Well, I know it works, but anyways. This, I think it's actually a double cave spider spawner. So we'll see them start to stack up here pretty quick. And then the idea is you can throw a splash potion, which apparently I don't know how to make those anymore. And I don't have any, of course. And so these guys will stack up. And then you can throw you can push that button and throw a splash damage potion at them. So I'm going to let a bunch of them stack up. Also, this wouldn't work if I hadn't changed my config. So yes, I have changed my configuration to allow me to stack mobs up. Because I need this. I need lots of cave spiders stacked in a 1x3 area. So I'm gonna let a bunch of them stack up and then I'll show you guys. Well, they don't seem to stack as nicely as they used to. That's all I have to say. It seems like there's a lot of them that are stuck down in there. So there's probably a good 60 of them. I'd normally just walk AFK and just let them go until I came back, but we're gonna push the button. And so it's gonna damage them, and what that is doing is it's taking them down to one hit. And so if I hit them, you can see they're gonna die, or throw a potion at them, or two. And then we collect XP. And so if we hit the button again, it's gonna dispense that water, and it collects all the items, which are loaded into a minecart that's connected to a day-night sensor. And so then that minecart is sent back and forth once a night. So we'll jump back into this one. Now see, I've had this happen. This is something new. Because it used to work every time without issue. But anyways, we drop down and then a block gets pushed out and we get sent off. And then we can ride this one up. This one's cool. This is probably my favorite elevator design. So we'll probably be building more of them since they still work. And probably always will. So anyways, that is it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at a creative world where it was supposed to be a series that I was going to do, but I've decided to not do it. At least yet, anyways. And instead I'm going to tie it into this one, because it's basically the same thing. It's not actually in this world, and I don't think I'm going to bring it into the world, but we'll see. Anyways, that'll be the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!